This is Narrated Travel Adventures. Today we are at the Pagani Factory and Museum outside Modena in Italy.
About 6 hours earlier, I met with my friend Marcus in Barcelona. After checking in and having a healthy breakfast, we were on our way.
Arriving in Bologna on the way to Modena. We've been in Bologna for about 5 minutes and Marcus has already ordered the first espresso. Salute. We arrived to a cloudy Bologna. It's January and it's time to pick up the rental car. We are in Modena, Italy. We just had a really nice lunch here and we are on the way to Pagani for the guided tour of the factory and the museum. It's a 1 hour tour and we have high expectations. It has very good reviews, this tour, so it'll be interesting. We are just 5 minutes away. It's January and quite rainy, so it's a nice day for a museum and a factory tour. We are now closing in on the Pagani factory. It's supposed to be just here, 400 meters ahead on the left. It's funny, we're in the middle of the industrial area in Italy, and here some of the world's most exclusive and expensive cars are made. I can't believe it, but here it is, I believe. Yeah, here it is, Pagani. Pagani. Let's see if they have better parking facilities than Lamborghini. I believe so, because these guys are much smaller and more private. Maybe just here. In the lobby of Pagani, we're waiting for the tour to start.
The first car Pagani ever made was the Pagani Zonda back in 1999, and here in the lobby there is a Pagani Zonda, but this one was made in 2017, 18 years later. This actual example is the Zonda HP Barchetta, and it belongs to Horacio Pagani himself. The car is number 1 of 3. Potentially this is the last Zonda ever made, but you never know with Mr. Pagani. Here in the reception area you can buy your Pagani merchandise, and on the first floor there is a cafe, but this is only for actual car customers.
Even in the bathrooms they have carbon fiber.
Let me tell you how it all started. Horacio Pagani was born in Argentina in 1955 and developed an early passion for engineering. At only 20 years old, he built his first Formula 3 car. Hired by Renault, he helped them improve one of their project sports car. When his work for Renault got recognized and appreciated, Renault gave Horacio Pagani a permanent position in their team along with Formula 1 champion Juan Manuel Fangio. They became good friends, and it was Manuel Fangio who inspired Pagani and made him meet a lot of individuals from car giants like Fiat and Mercedes through his connections. In 1983, Mr. Pagani moved to Modena with a reference from Fangio, seeking work with top sports car makers. Rejected by most, he started as a janitor at Lamborghini. His dedication earned him a spot on the composites team, leading the LM002 project. Though the SUV failed, it propelled him to become chief engineer. Lamborghini opposed Pagani's use of carbon fiber since they considered it was not necessary on a road car. Frustrated, he took a loan, bought an autoclave and created the Countach Evoluzione concept. Pagani and his team built the Countach Evoluzione from carbon fiber, Kevlar and aluminum. Lighter than a Mazda Miata, yet powered by a massive V12, it hit 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 4 seconds and topped at 200 miles per hour. Despite its success, Lamborghini ignored carbon fiber, prompting Pagani to leave in 1991 with his autoclave and his team. And the rest is history. I will now take you through the museum and show you all the cars.
Here's the Zonda La Nonna from 1998, chassis number 2. Apparently high mileage car, but it looks to be very polished. Looks like new. This is the Zonda F from 2005. Also a carbon car like all of the Paganis. We were told during the guide that this was the last model that wears the Modena design badge. Beautiful orange car with black carbon. Look at the finish. This is the Zonda 5 Roadster 2010. Only 5 examples made. This one in a pearl white with dark clear carbon.
This car does have a removable roof which is stowed under the front bonnet. Cinque means 5 in Italian, and this is example 5 out of 5.
Beautiful interior. Also in black and red. A very special air scoop.
Behind the cockpit you have the Mercedes-Benz AMG V12 engine producing 678 horsepower.
Here is the Zonda HP Barchetta Revo, one of its kind. Pure race car. Very aerodynamic. As you can see on the front splitters. Magnesium wheels, I assume. And a really race car setup interior. Has the air scoop as well on the roof, and the name of Horacio Pagani on the side. Another scoop here, and a huge wing.
This is a unique car, one of its kind, and it's valued to 15 million euros. It has a race-tuned 6-liter AMG V12 pumping out 791 horsepower.
This is the Huayra BC 2016, named after the first customer of Pagani, Mr. Benny Caiola. Fortunately, he was never to see this car because he died a year before it was released. It's a beautiful car, coupe version. Here's a nice detail with the lights in the front splitter. Of course, with the Pagani logo. This is the Pagani Imola from 2020. A pure race car, but it's roadworthy actually. Named after the racetrack Imola, of course. Super nice interior.
Imola is one of Italy's most famous racetracks, and it's located just about an hour's drive from the Pagani factory.
Painted in a matte silver, very special color.
Pagani has the patent for titanium reinforced carbon fiber, and in this car the new formula called HP62 G2 and Carbo Triax HP62 is used in the central monocoque to reduce weight while increasing torsional and bending stiffness.
Very special color.
This car is using Pagani's bespoke painting system called Acquarello Light, which reduced the weight of the paint by 5 kilos while maintaining color richness, depth and shine unchanged. Here you can see the beautiful AMG V12 6-liter engine and a picture of Dieter Zetsche, which Pagani met back in 1993 and has been a close partner ever since.
Going for the panoramic view of the Pagani Museum. Here we are at the top. And what a view. Got all the cars lined up. Really nice museum here at the Pagani Factory. It's a bit smaller than the bigger Ferrari and Lamborghini, but you can get much closer and there's no security staring at you constantly, so that's nice. Here's the Huayra 2011 with the wing doors.
The Huayra was introduced in 2011 as the successor to the Pagani Zonda. As in all the previous Paganis, it is using the V12 from AMG, But with the Huayra, twin turbos was introduced to the engine, providing more torque and efficiency. The factory tour was really the highlight of the visit, but it's not allowed to film in there. But here is some official pictures from the Pagani website. What makes Pagani special is that everything is handmade and really to the highest precision and quality possible. You will see how titanium reinforced carbon fiber is used, and they also give you some samples to touch and feel the super low weight of these products. Pagani is obsessed with weight savings, so it's really interesting to see the whole process. We were also lucky to see the brand new model Pagani Utopia being made.
So we just finished the guided tour here at the museum and factory of Pagani. It was a really interesting tour. Unfortunately not allowed to film inside the factory, but I've been filming in the museum where they have a lot of the Pagani cars, different models. So all in all, a great visit, highly recommended, and I would definitely recommend to do the guided tour. It's 60 euros, at least in the winter time. We're here in January. It might be more expensive in summer, I'm not sure, but definitely go for the guided tour if you can.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I have plenty more videos from car museums and collections around the world. Have a great day wherever you are. Bye now.